Guys, good evening all. I shared my screen. Can one confirm can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Uh, I do remember the last session I was discussing about indexes. Before that, we covered joins and then set operators, correct? So as part of the select command.
Yes, sir.
So I hope you guys tried how to create a manual index, and I hope you verified whether it is reducing the time to find a data from the table, right? I hope you guys get a chance to try. Does anybody have any questions on indexes? What is index? How to create index? How index works internally? And what is clustered index? What is non-clustered index? All good?
Cluster index means
Okay.
primary key only, no, sir.
Yes. A table primary key column is considered as a clustered index, and a table non-primary keys are considered as non-clustered index.
Non-clustered index.
Mm. And also we have seen how B-tree will sort our rows in page levels. That's also, I think, how I explain. So any questions? If not, I'll move further things, guys. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, fine, fine. I think we are, good to go further things. Okay. So today, I'll go with the first topic. This is something, the TCL commands. Okay. Small topic, TCL commands. So what are the TCL commands, guys? We do have TCL. Guys, TCL commands. Hope you recall
Save
the shortcut
point,
SRC.
Save
rollback, and
point, rollback, and commit.
Correct, correct. Save point, rollback, and commit. So today I'll be discussing these three commands, and then I'll be briefing about, the asset properties, asset properties as well. And if time permit for me, I'll go with, subqueries as well. Okay, if time permit for me. So first I'll go with, the TCL commands. What is TCL abbreviation? So
transaction
this
control line.
correct. Transactional control language commands. Okay. TCL stands for transaction language commands. So guys, we'll see what I mean by transactional actually. So if you see, this is your application. Okay. Let's say something, your website. Okay? And let's take, website is, SBI Online. Example is, SBI Online is your application. And it is your database. It is your, your database. Now let's consider, a customer. So let's say a customer doing a deposit operation, okay, and a withdrawal operation, and the change pin operation, or uh, let's say something, mini statement, mini statement, right? This all operations, right? So customer can do this all operations, correct? So guys, to do this all operation, okay, to do this all operation, first customer has to open this SBI online. And guys, you can do this all through ATM machine also. Internally, again, ATM machine will talk to this portal only, correct? Because your details will be there in, your details and everything will be there in this SBI online website itself, correct? Now, let's talk about this operation, guys, deposit. Okay, this is a kind of update operation you are doing, right? Right? And whenever you do this update, definitely you'll talk to DB and run the update command, correct? Similarly, withdraw also the same operation, right? Update command will run. And change pin, right? So the old pin will be modified to new pin. Again, it's update query. Mini statement, nothing but, simply, it's a read operation, right? A read operation, right? Mini statement, nothing but read. But remaining about three all, the update operations, correct? So the last one is the last one is read, and about three are, write operation into the DB, correct? Now, totally, how many operations there are there? Totally four, right? Each operation, okay, each operation we have to consider as a transaction. So a transaction nothing but a unit of work Okay, a unit of work where where application application interact with the DB, guys. Where application or interact with the DB. Okay, where application interact with the DB. This is we have to call a definition of transaction because TCL stands for transactional control language, right? So you know what is first of all transaction. So a transaction refers a unit of work where your application interact with the DB. It could be a deposit or a withdraw or change pin or mini statement. Okay, or a simple operation login also you can consider because in the login also will be talking to the DB only. And you can kind of registration also will be talking to the DB. So whatever the work you are doing with the DB, that we have to call as a transaction. Okay. Does that make sense, everyone? So far, what do you mean transaction? Can I get quick confirmation in the chat, please? Everyone clear, right? What is transaction? Hmm. Okay. Nice. So there are three commands are there, right? Save point, rollback, and commit. Okay. So let's see, guys, when to use which one? When to use, which one? Um, uh, just wait for a moment. I'll be opening quickly one slides for you. Mm, This is wait. Yeah, it's done. Almost I'm done. Yes, I'm ready to share my screen now. One second. Okay, so I'm ready to sharing the screen now. Okay, so yeah, so these are actually some advanced topics in SQL, whatever running now. So that's reason the title will be some advanced topic. So today we will be learning TCL commands. And yeah, TCL stands for transactional control. So if you see a think of a transaction like set of steps that must either all succeed or fail together. See the statement if you see a set of steps that must either all succeeded or fail together. So what it means? Okay, we can give this use case, guys, because throughout this TCL commands, we'll be discussing these two use cases only. Only two. Okay. One is all need to be success or all need to be failed. So the two things you need to focus. Let's take a use case here. Okay, let's take a use case. This is you and this is uh, let's say this is something a shopping mall. Okay, this is something a shopping mall. You can consider shopping mall owner. You can consider. So you buy something and you're about to do the payment. Okay, let's say you purchase something at 10K of products. So what do? First, you'll run, I mean, internally, one query will run, update query will run, right? So this update query is nothing but, guys, this update query is nothing but it's a debit operation, correct? So first, debit operation is to be done. This is one transaction, right? This is one transaction, right? From your account, amount will be debited. And one more operation is happened. Again, that is something, update only, right? And here some credit operation need to be done, correct? Two update questions need to be done, right? So guys, this is a transaction one, and this is we can say transaction two, correct? Transaction one, transaction two. Now, yeah, see, there are two transactions are there. Now, a transaction is not, there are two operations are there on one transaction. Maybe I'll correct this. Sending money, sending money, sending money is a transaction, guys. Under the two operations are there. Okay, operation one is debit. Okay, and operation two is credit. Okay, and if both are success only, then we can say a transaction gets successfully. Correct. If both operations, both debit and credit were done successfully, then we can say transaction, completed successfully. Let's observe amount is debited from your account. Okay, nothing but debit has done. But during credit, let's take one use case. The receiver bank server is down. Okay, but from your account already amount is debited, but receiver bank server is down. Then definitely the action of item for this, whatever the amount is debited from the source account, that has to be rolled back again, right? Right? So this is something, guys. Either all should be success or all should be. In this second use case, all both will be failed because yes, receiver bank is down, right? Receiver bank server is down, right? So definitely the first operation also should be failed, and the amount has to be rolled back to the previous state. This is something, the statement I was talking about. Either all operations should be succeed in a transaction, or all operations should be failed in a transaction. I hope this is makes sense. Can I get some thumbs up symbols? Everyone clear? Mhm. So they cannot do automatically. Okay. Through some code only, guys, we have to achieve this. So this is what I was talking about. The first, the command we were learning today, commit. What commit will do? It save your changes permanently. Okay. It saves your changes permanently. Right. So the example, if you see, just you're saving a document in your laptop. Now roll back. So rollback in a sense, you're canceling all unsaved changes. Nothing but just undo. Save point is nothing but, yeah, here we are creating a checkpoint. So for that checkpoint, we can roll back. Okay, simply something, this is, saving a draft in between. So this is maybe a little bit confusing you, but in queries, you can easily understood. Okay. So yeah, let's say example. Okay, I have started a transaction. So guys, what is this transaction is doing? And what is the first operation is doing? What is the first operation is doing? Can anyone please unmute and tell me? I started a one transaction. What is the first operation I'm doing?
Setting values, sir.
Inserting a value into the DB, and the ID is 10, and that guy name is Amit. Okay, right. And he's from IT department, and his salary is 50,000. And yeah, maybe the created date, it is taking system date. Okay, now operation one is done. Next, one more operation I was doing. What is the operation I'm doing? Guys,
Update operation.
Sir, Amit's salary I'm updating to 55. Initially is 50, now it's a 55. Okay. So this is a transaction having how many operations? Having how many
Two
operations?
operations.
Right, two operations. Now, if you think that, okay, these are correct, and inserted record is correct, and the update operation also correct. If you think both are correct, then you should do commit. Okay, what commit will do, I just now explained. It will do a permanent save into the DB. Hope commit is clear, everyone. Hope commit is clear, everyone.
Saves
Yes,
the
sir.
changes permanently, sir.
Correct. Whatever you do two operations, that will be saved into the DB permanently. Okay. Let's talk about something else. If you realize a mistake before commit. Okay. If you realize before a commit, before you want to do commit, you realize that some mistake has happened and you decided to cancel it. Then you should do rollback, guys. Okay. Then simply you have to roll back. Okay. But I can show you this with a practical example now quickly. I can show you. This is your today class, no? Class 17 November 2024. What do you do now? So first of all, guys, I'll be creating one table. The table name is something, customers. Very simple table I was taking. So guys, can you see it? The table name is customers. Okay. ID and names are there. Customer ID 123, Deepak, Veda, Rahul. And after I was saving three records, I did commit. Okay. And then I was updating this Rahul name to Abhijit. I was updating the third ID name Rahul to Abhijit. So that is, the next operation I was doing. So the row is updated. Okay, the row is updated. Now here itself, from up to here, guys, up to here, if you run your select query, so you can see your customer table has three rows With third row name is Abhijit, correct? So I think up to here clear everyone. Now just imagine that this is our final, let's say, um, final result of the data. Final result of the data. Just imagine, it's a final setup, the data. Then after this, I'll be creating a save point. I'll be creating a save point. So what is save point? I'll tell you a simple example what is save point. Okay. Assume guys, this is your forest. A simple example I will give you. And this is an entry point. And this is the first time that you are entering it. Okay. Now, the road will be this way, guys. Just imagine the road will be this way. The road will be this way. Just imagine the road will be this way. Okay. Now, what you did, you started walking thus, and here you found one, a left turn, correct? So to make sure that you are taking a left turn, what you are doing, you are making one flag here, guys. I mean, you're dropping a one flag here. Before you taking your left turn, you're dropping a flag here. Okay. Now, after that, what you did again, you started walking, guys, to the left, and here you have seen, a turn again. Okay, you turn it again to make sure that here you are taking a turn. Okay, and again, you're dropping a one more, a pink color flag. Tell me why you need this flag.
To get back safely, sir.
Correct. So this is your save point one. Okay, this is your save point two. Like that, you'll create 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8. So once you reach your destination, if you come back, then whenever you come back, definitely you will follow this so that you will come back, correct? So that is what something save points. Now I created a save point. The save point name, you can write anything. You can write anything. So I given some save point A. In A table has 3 rows. In a save point A, table has 3 rows with Deepak, Veda, Abhijit. Okay, this is a save point A. Just hit on enter. A save point is created. Save point is created. After your save point, I inserted one more row. Okay, I inserted one more row. I inserted one more row, Chris, and again I created a save point B. In A, I have a table with 3 rows. In B, I have a table with 4 rows now. Right, right, and then I'll be inserting one more row with the name Bravo. Again, I created a save point C. In A, I have a table with 3 rows. In B, save point, I have a table with 4 rows. In C, I have a save point, a table with 5 rows now. Okay. Now, if you run your select query, if you run your select query, you can see it's a table with 5 rows. After you did this all, you realize that Bravo row is not required. Yes, after you inserted this all, okay, this row, you decided, no, I wrongly inserted. Can I go back? Yes. That's the reason you created these save points, a point A, B, C. If you really think that this row is not required to you, okay, then simply, what you can do, you should say roll back to, and you have to tell the point. You have to tell the point A na, B na, C na. That you have to tell. Roll back to space, that point you have to tell. And when you hit enter, you can see a message, rollback is completed. Then if you run your select query, you can see, guys, you'll see a table with the B save point state, because in base save point B you created after inserted the fourth row. So you can see the data as this. I hope the syntax of save point and the purpose of rollback is clear, everyone. Can I get some thumbs up symbols, please? Guys? Right, right. Still, I can see very less, but that's okay. But I think you guys are following, right? So this is something, the 3 commands, guys. So if you see the definitions also, very straightforward. So what commit will do, it uses it to permanently save any transaction into the DB. And what rollback to? This command restore the database to last commit state. See, sometimes it happens. Payment, phone pay. Okay. Initially, immediately you'll get a message. Your money is debited from your bank, but it will be back maybe 24 hours. Like that, you'll get a message, right? Nothing but the internal run the rollback. So rollback is nothing but the previous state. Nothing but, let's say you have an amount 10,000 and you did 2,000. Okay, then you will definitely see 8,000 in your balance. But after some time, if you see it, again your amount will be back to your existing state, something 10,000 only. That's what your rollback will do. And what save point will do here is, once you confirm that once you created a save point. See, generally when we create a save point, before you start your transaction. So before a debit operation is done in your account, before you do the debit operation in your account, first you'll create a save point. If amount is debited from your account and credited to the receiver account successfully, then we need not to come back to the save point. If there any problem in between the transaction, then definitely, guys, you have to come back to the save point, whatever you created. So the syntax is save point space save point name. Rollback syntax is rollback to your save point name. And sir, you explain the use cases, that's fine. But where I have to replicate this in my project? Yes. For that purpose, guys, you have to wait a session called JDBC. So in JDBC, that's a concept called transaction management. Okay. There you can see this practical example base, practical use case you can see it. So there you can take a table, a bank table, you can take it customers data. Okay. And you can do the similar action of item that I have explained. You can definitely replicate it. Okay. But theoretically you learn it and now you understood the three commands purposes. Now it's time to understand what is AC properties. Okay. Now it's time to understand what is AC property, because if you keep mentioning in your resume that you're good at SQL, definitely a commentary question asked, that is what is AC properties. Actually, ACID abbreviation is A for atomicity. Okay, A for atomicity, C for consistency, I for isolation, and D for durability. Okay, durability. I'll explain this all now. Now, whatever the example I've explained now, the amount transferring from one account to another account, that I'll explain now. So, sending amount to one account, consider a transaction. Okay, transfer amount. Transfer amount, you can consider as one transaction. So this transaction has two operations, right? Operation one is credit and operation two is debit. Okay. Now, what atomicity ensures here is, atomicity ensures either all operations should be success, or none of them will be executed, guys. I mean, all all two operations can be success, or both can be fails. That's what atomicity will talk about. Understood or not? That's what is atomicity means. Guys, are you clear what is atomicity? Atomicity means either two operations has to be success or none of them. None of them need to be executed. Make sense? Guys, can I get some thumbs up symbols? Okay. Okay, nice. Let's talk about consistency. Okay, let's talk about consistency. Consistency means, let's say 101 is a source account. Okay, 101 is a source account which has something 8K before the transaction. Okay, and transaction amount is, let's say, 2K, guys. Transaction amount is 2K. Now, after your both transactions successful, okay, after your OP1 and OP2 get successfully done, then definitely, guys, the 101, okay, 101 account balance should be something 6K only. I think this is clear, right, everyone? So 101 account number, has a 8K balance before transaction, and now the transaction he was doing 2K, nothing but sending amount. Now after your both operation is done, 101 have the balance is 6K, and 102 has something, some credited amount will be there. So what consistency will do is, consistency ensures that there should be a, I should say, yeah, there should be a change in your row. There should be a change in your row before and after the transaction. There should be a change before and after the transaction. Let's say you confirm that both operation is done, but this guy still has a 8K balance. Then we can say it's not making consistent. This is, a proper consistency state. Makes sense? Makes sense? What is consistency? Can I get thumbs up symbols, please? Guys. Okay, nice. Let's talk about isolation. Let's talk about isolation. Let's say this 101, 102, 103, these three guys, trying to do the pay to the shop owner, to the shop guys. Let's say you had some breakfast. These three guys had, the breakfast individually, and they're doing the payment to the shop at a time. At a time. Definitely debit will be happen individually, right? Debit will be happen individually, right? Maybe 100 rupees, 120 rupees, or 140 rupees. Okay, debit from their account. But during credit, do you really think that three transactions will run at a time?
One by one, they will come.
Exactly. Now, since we are from a Corona background, people, okay, we know what is the meaning of isolation, correct? Generally, meaning of it, nothing but staying alone, correct? Similarly, just I want to elaborate what is isolation here. When a credit operation is going to be happen, so there is no possibility that three credits will happen to the shop owner account at a time. Definitely one after another only can be happen. That's isolation ensures that when multiple transactions need to be executed, any one of them will be executed guys first, and then the second one will be executed. That is something isolation will talk about. Make sense? Make sense? Guys, make sense. What is this? Isolation. Okay. I know theoretically you are learning it, but when practically, guys, definitely you will learn when it comes to, when you start writing code in JDBC. Okay, then definitely you'll come to know. Let's talk about the last one, durability. Guys, durability tells, maybe I can show you, example I can show. See, you lost your mobile. You lost your mobile, and after 6 months, you activated your account back. You activated your account back. In that case, definitely the phone pay or Google Pay or whatever it is, they should show all your old transaction. They should not tell that we lost your data, or our database is corrupted. Okay, they should not tell this kind of reason, right? At any cost, they should they should provide the data back to you. So that's the durability. Durability ensures that data should be provided to the customers, okay, due to any cause of, it could be a network issue, it could be power failure, it could be database server failure, but data should be provided to the customer at any cost. For that, guys, what they will do, they will create some replicas at their side. Replica nothing but copy of servers. Okay, if one will fail, and they will get the data from another server. That's what the durability ensures, guys. So what do you do now? I'll be sending to you one PDF. Okay, I prepared this very granular level. Okay, so if you just spend 5 minutes, it's a two paper only, two paper. If you spend some time, I'm sure you will understood what is AC properties and DVMS. So just spend 5 minutes. I prepared this notes very granular level. Okay, so that's all about the assay properties. But abbreviation, don't forget A for atomicity. Okay, A for atomicity, C for consistency, I for isolation, D for durability. I can see one message from someone, isolation. Yeah, this is what actually I was talking about, my isolation. See, multiple transaction happening at the same time should not interfere. Nothing but one transaction will not interfere to other one. Let's say if the three people are doing the transaction to one account, So one transaction will not, affect to other transaction, guys. This is what I was talking about. See here, transaction one. These guys are sending 500 from A to B account. Okay, 500 from A to B account and transferring 200 from A to C account. See, source account is same, but destination accounts are different. If both run together, one should not read off updated data from the others. So in DBMS, even if 100 people are using the bank at the same time, if 100 people are using the bank at the same time, each transaction run as it's if it is an alone. So I explained it, right? Isolation means, every query will run individually. Okay. So please spend some time. And if you're really not clear on this PDF, you can stop me in the beginning of tomorrow's session. I'm happy to, explain this again. I hope everyone clear what is TCL commands and what are the asset properties. Does that make sense, everyone? Guys, are you still at zero? What is TCL and what is asset properties? You understood? Can I get some thumbs up symbols, please? Guys, still I was waiting. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Okay. And now I just want to jump into there's one more concept called something, subqueries. This is actually one of the common most interview question for a fresher, subqueries. Little bit get confused also, but I'll make you more simple with one example. Maybe we can quickly create one table. Create table. Final reports, or let's say mark reports, the new table, which has an ID number primary key, okay, and then name varchar of 10 not null, and then marks number not null, okay. Okay, so I'll be creating this insert into marks report values 1 is ID. Let's say 401 is the ID. Make it as 501 and name Harish, and he got 450 marks. Okay, let's copy this, paste. First, I'll run some queries. Tarun, Madhu, say 480, 470. Let's do it. Commit. And do let's start from marks reports. Okay, so I think you are clear on the table. Let me keep this table into your today class notes. Okay, let's run this. Guys, this is your table data. Okay. Okay. Now, I'll give you my requirement. Just tell me the answers. You'll come to know what is subqueries and all. So, guys, the first question is show highest marks. Show highest marks. Show highest marks. Yeah, tell me the query. I want to show highest marks from this table. What's the query? How to run? Array, am I audible? Guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Select
yes.
marks from.
Are you sure?
Select star from.
No.
Or max. Select
Correct.
max.
Correct. You should say select max of marks, right, from your marks reports, correct? Right. This is, the query, how to write it. I think, guys, the query is clear, everyone. As printing a highest value from this marks column, right? So this is the query, right? This is your query, right? So if you run it, yeah, you can see, guys, 480. Does that make sense, everyone? Does that make sense, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's observe a use case here, okay? Because you should know why we're going for, subqueries. So there's a simple scenario I can explain here. Wait. Oh, okay. So assume, guys, there are four friends. Okay, there are four friends, and they're sitting on, a cafeteria. Okay, they're sitting, a cafeteria, and as assume this is already there on the notice board. Okay, this is already attached in the notice board. Just recently, they attached in the notice board. There are four friends are there. Among them, one, what he was telling to, the another guy, second guy, Arey, go to the notice board, go to the notice board and tell me who got, who got highest marks. Who got highest marks? Guys, this is a requirement. Okay, now what the operation will do? There are two operations will happen, right? I think I was expecting this answer from you. Tell me what this guy will do. The second guy, what he will do. What is the first work he will do? The question, if you see, who got highest marks? Who got highest marks? So what that guy will do first? If you
Like
explain me
checking
the
all
proper way,
marks.
wait, Kavya. If you explain me these steps, you'll understood why you are going for subqueries. Okay, chalo, go ahead. What he will do? This guy will do? The second guy, what he will do?
He'll go to the notice board and check for highest marks.
Okay, right. That's absolutely correct. So what that guy will do? He will go to the notice board, and in notice board, he will check who got max marks. So definitely he will get the answer is something, 480. But is it the asked by the first person? Is it the asked by the first person?
No, sir, he need name.
Now this guy already verified that, who got the highest marks. What is the second activity he will do?
He'll check the name of the highest marks.
Exactly. This is the first work. What he will do? And second, immediately what he will do? He will go to the name column and he will check who got this 480. Who got this 480. Then he got, Tarun, right? So he will check, who got 480. Who got 480, right? Who got 480. And then he will find something, Tarun. Guys, are you clear the two action of items?
Yes,
Huh. Right? So what the second guy need to do is first he need to check this. For this guys, he need to write one select query. Okay, he need to write one select query. This is a select query one. So this select query will returning 480. Make sense? Make sense? The first select query returning 480. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Guys, are you following or not? This is one of the use case why we are going for subqueries concept. So first select query will give the 480. Okay. Now he need to write one more subquery, guys. The query is select
select a name.
name from marks reports where marks is equal to 480. You understood the query, thus? Guys, you understood this query?
Yes, sir.
I was printing the name. Second operation, what he need? Who got 480? No. Who got 480? No. What this query will return? Tarun, no. If I run the query, it return Tarun only. Does that make sense, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so maybe I want to give you, the one more color for this. One more color for this. 1 second. Yeah, almost I'm done. almost I'm done. So guys, here you got 480. Now this is you hard coded it, right? Guys, here you hard coded it. Carefully observe. Here you hard coded it so that it will return the name of the Taran. It will return the name of the Taran. Up to here, clear everyone?
Yes, sir.
And this is your select query 2, correct? This is your select query 2. So how many queries are there here? How many select queries are there? To do this operation, how many select queries are there?
2.
One second.
Guys, there are 2 select queries, right?
2, sir.
This is your first select query, which is returning highest marks. And the second select query, which is returning the name. So 2 select queries need to be run for your requirement. 2 select queries need to be run for your requirement. But tell me, what is the order of this select queries, guys? First, which query has to run? First, which select query has to run? Finding the highest marks or showing the name? Which subquery has, which select query has to run first?
Highest.
Finding the highest mark.
So which query you want to execute first? Which query you want to execute first? That's you have to call it as subquery. Okay, subquery, or you can say inner query. Which query you want to first among the two? Okay, among the two, either you can say it's a subquery or inner query. And which query you want to execute later? Later in the sense, taking the input of subquery. Okay, then that we have to call it something, main query, main query, or another term you can use something, outer query, guys. These are some terminologies, guys, we use it. We can call subquery and main query, and we can call inner query or outer query. Both are, same. There is no differences, guys. Okay. I'll go with the requirement. I think you understood the use case. So the second guy, what do you need to do? First, this guy go to the marks column. I need to find the highest mark. This is the first action of item. This first of action item is done by the subqueries. So subquery give the 480 result, and subquery give this 480 to main query. What main query is doing? Main query returning this tar. That's what happening here, guys. That's what happening here. I hope this makes sense, everyone. What is subquery and what is main query and what is the order of execution?
Sir.
Everyone, please confirm, guys. I was waiting.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let me explain you the syntax. Sir, how the code will be there. Yeah, the code will be, guys. The code will be, this is a simplest format that I am giving you. Always you have to represent your subquery in a parenthesis. I'll repeat, always your subquery should be represented in a parenthesis. Okay, and the subquery returns some result now. That result is given to the main query. I'll repeat one more time. You understood now what is subquery, main query, or inner query, or outer query. Always your subquery should be represented inside the parenthesis, and that result is given to your main query. Okay, this is the syntax, guys. This is a very straightforward syntax. Okay, now I'll be writing the first subquery for you. Okay, or we can say a nested query for you or inner query for you. I'll be writing the first subquery to you. So I think I was erasing this everything. Yeah, I'll be writing. Guys, this is 480. I hard coded, right? Let's run it. You'll get the Tarun. But see, 480 I hard coded it, but you're not hard code, right? Simply what you need to do is remove that 480. Okay, and guys, there's a query you have to run it. There's a query, you have to run it. As I just now explained, guys, maybe I can explain you one more time also for my sake. This green color box I have given you, right? This is your subquery. And we know subquery return result is 480. Then that 480 is there in the parenthesis, correct? Now your outer query will execute. So this outer query will check marks equal to 480. Whose marks equal to 480? That name will be written, guys. So whatever the green color query have written, this is we have to call it as a subquery. Okay, always your subquery should be represented inside a parenthesis, And this is your main query, guys. And the order of execution of your subqueries and main queries is first always subqueries gets executed and then give its result to the main queries. Then main query will give the final result. Hope this is makes sense, everyone. This example, the first example.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is little bit confusing, guys, for everyone. Okay, I have just given an introduction only. Now let's run the query once and see, guys, the output is 30. The output is 30. Okay, so this is, I think, crystal clear, everyone, I believe. Now, before I want to, go to the next topic here, this query returning one row or many rows. The subquery returning one row or many rows.
one
I'm
row.
talking about
One row, sir.
Based on the data, sir. If there is a tie, it returns 2 or more rows.
no. Here, Makavya. For this table, for this
Okay,
data,
sir.
I understand
Only one
you're
row.
correct. I understand what you
Sir,
are,
if there is
asking.
a tie between a higher scores, what can we do, sir?
Come again, Kavya.
Like the highest marks of two people have the same score,
No.
which
I'm
is higher.
coming to the point, Kavya. I understand your concern. Your concern will be explained next to 5 minutes itself. Okay, but yeah, first, everyone, you have the context right now. This subquery returning one row undoubtedly. Any doubts?
No,
Any
sir.
doubts? No. Okay. Subquery returning one row. Okay, that row we are checking the name, so we got the name. Okay. Next, I'll be altering the data. Guys, I'll be altering this data. I was modifying this data. So I'll be running the drop. Okay. Drop table marks report. Yeah, intentionally I was dropping it because I want to explain you a few things. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now this time, I think now just Kavya was highlighted it. This is what I was trying to, replicating now. This is what I see. Now Madhu also has a 480. Okay. Madhu also has a 480. Let's run it. Yeah, guys, now run your max query. Now run your max query. This query, guys. Now tell me, this query is going to be returning one row or many row. Just say binary answer.
One
One
row.
One
row.
row only, sir.
Are you sure it return one row?
No, sir.
Only
Maximum of
one highest mark is there, no, sir.
Okay. Now, but how many people are getting, the maximum marks?
Two
two
people.
people.
Correct, right? Right? So we know that two people are getting. Who are they? Tarun and Madhu, right? Tarun and Madhu.
Sir.
Both two people are there, right? 1 second, guys. I think I should say should I think it's internally applying. Okay, that's no worry, guys. It's applying, it's applying the distinct internally. That's okay. But now, if you see the second query in our previous example, yeah. Now, guys, if I run this query, what will happen?
2 rows.
It displays two
Both.
names.
Two people it will display, correct?
Tarun and Madhu.
So who are there? Tarun and Madhu. Does this make sense, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Now, see, guys, forget about this query. We know that this query takes single value, but there could be a possible this query will take multiple values. Now, if you go with your full query, 1 second, yeah, maybe this query, if I run it, what will be the output, guys? Now, okay, if I run the query, what will be the output?
Two names, Tarun and Madhu.
Tarun and
Okay, right? So let's run it. You can see, the two outputs. Guys, earlier, the subquery returning how many values?
One value.
One, sir.
One row, right? But this time, we are having, yeah, guys, maximum salary will get 480 only. But we know that this marks table, which has, the two rows, correct? We identify, the two rows. From the two
Yes,
rows,
sir.
yeah, we are getting the two people name. Now, in this case, we can consider, the subquery returning more than one row. more than one row. Does that make sense? What I mean by the subquery returning one row and subquery returning more than one row?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what I want to conclude here, there are two types of subqueries are there. One is single row subquery. Okay. One is, single row subquery. Maybe this could be a bad example, the second one. I'll correct it. No worry. Okay. Because you have seen it's returning one row. Yeah, I have a lot of examples to deal with. There are two
Sir,
types
I
of.
want to I want to show like only one name. Like the maximum highest score of two people, but I want to display one name like through alphabetical, like the sorting.
No, ma. That requirement will take it secondary, Kavya. Okay. But let's, to understand the subqueries and the subquery types. I understand your requirement, the things that we can discuss later. Okay.
Okay, sir.
First, let me frame a base. Okay. Just I was trying to form a base to understand the high level subqueries. There's very low level subquery examples, man. So there are two types of subqueries are there. One is scalar subqueries. Scalar subqueries, or we can say single row subquery. The definition of scalar or single row means here your subqueries will return single row, guys. Will return, a single row. Okay. Now, whereas the second category is multi-row subquery. Multi-row subquery is a query which will return multiple rows. The subqueries will return multiple rows, nothing but more than one row. Maybe I can take you the same example. So here, you got only the output is, yeah, you got only the output is something, Tarun, right? Undoubtedly. But here, when it comes to the same query, because here we change the data, right? We change the data, and here, guys, you'll get something, Tarun and Madhu as well. I hope definition point of view, guys, you're clear. What is the difference between single row subquery and multi-row subquery? Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what is the order of execution of queries, guys? What is the order of execution?
Subquery, sir,
First
first.
subquery will be executed, then the main query will be executed.
Correct. So I think we return this way, right? Wait. Okay. A main query, and then
Subquery gives main query.
subquery. So far, whatever the examples, two examples I have given here, always, first of all, your subquery executing, then the result is given to the main query. Now let me introduce the third type of subquery. Third type of subquery. So the third type of subquery, what it will do here is, first subquery will execute, and it gives its result to two. Let's say the result is something result one. So the result one is given to the main query. And here, main query will not will execute. It will take this result one and it will execute. But during its execution, after execution is done, it is also give some result two, right? So the result two again give back to your subquery, guys. Okay, this is the third type of subquery we have to call this correlated subqueries. Correlated subqueries. There are only three types of subqueries: single row, multi-row, and correlated. In correlated subqueries, your main query and subqueries are interdependent, guys. Interdependent. But in your single row subquery, multi-row subquery, the queries are independent. Sorry, I should say independent. But in correlated subqueries, the both queries are interdependent, guys. I think at least theoretically you understood what is correlated subquery. I have beautiful examples to demonstrate. But everyone understood what I mean by subquery, how many types of subqueries are there so far.
Both depend on result of each other, sir.
Correct, exactly. That's the reason they are called as correlated. Interdependent queries are called as correlated subqueries. Guys, I just set the context to you. What is subquery and types of subqueries? I just set that context. I was not given in depth of content. Maybe tomorrow I'll deep dive into this. Up to here, clear everyone?
Yes, sir.
Sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay, maybe I can show you some slides to you. This is we done. This is we done. Set properties. I think these are some real-time scenarios when to use this asset properties. But I just want to set this example.
Sir, I have a little bit confusion of safe pointing in
Save point ma you're
databases.
talking about?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, let me give a simple example. What is the save point? In general, let's say this is Kavya, okay, and she's has a account balance is 10,000, okay, 10,000, and now she's sending 3,000 to her friend, okay. Nothing but here one update query will run, correct? Update query. This update query nothing but it will do the debit operation. But before your debit, your amount is 10K, right? Here, before this operation will happen, before this update need to be done, there's one save point is created. Okay, save point, let's say the save point name is X. Okay, so in save point X, you have a balance of 10K. Now you transferred the amount 3K, so debit operation done successfully. Now, definitely at receiver side also, one more transaction need to be happen, right? Let's say receiver is something, Veda. Okay. Now Veda account balance is, let's say something, 20K, 20K. Now her bank server is down, but your amount is already debited. Her bank server is down. Then definitely this operation 2 will be failed, right? Operation 2 will be failed. So as soon as it is failed, as soon as this operation 2 failed, then there's a one command will run. The command is something, roll back to X. Roll back to X. This because the second transaction, failed. What this rollback X will do is X is nothing but rollback to X. Sorry. Now what this rollback to is already your amount is debited, right? 3K, nothing but your account balance is 7K only. Up to here, your account balance is 7K. But second operation is failed, right? Then there's a command need to call that is going to roll back to X. What rollback to X will do is it will go to its previous state. So in a press, what is your bank balance? 10K, right? Now you can see your 10K in your phone pay. That's what is rollback and save point will do. Make sense? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that if you want to replicate practically, then definitely you have to wait until you have done the code for JDBC. Okay, I think that's all for today, guys. I think tomorrow I can more give the context on subqueries with the basic level examples to high level example. We'll try to discuss tomorrow. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks, guys. Bye, everyone. Good night.